Yeah, in a sense, it's one of the biggest art galleries in King County. I see it as something that beautifies our community. This place has huge history and it shouldn't be forgotten.
Those are the storytelling moments that I embrace and feel important to steward.
It's one of my favorite projects in the Central District.
We have over about 1,700 bus stops with shelters around King County. And we have photo murals and painted murals in about, I'm guessing, about 1,400 of those. The Routed in History project, that's a unique project. These are site-specific spots that had an importance to African American history.
When we talk about preservation and history, my point of view is always the people. How are the people remembered? What are their stories? How do their stories interconnect? What could be done to really shine light not only on the ground that we're on, but the community that supports this neighborhood? There were people here who created this space, and that things are going to change. That's just the way of the world. But they don't have to change and wipe out what was once before. And so I wanted to do something that would solidify that once you come up 23rd, you have entered into the Central District.
There's so much beautiful history of the Central District. And so when you start digging deep and we were talking about it, how did we decide? One of the things that helped to drive it was as we looked at different intersections of the community and what did those intersections and those corners say to us. It really wasn't difficult once we started getting to those particular shelters.
The Garfield High School, the super block, if you will, is the education nexus of the Central District. If you think about all the brilliance that have come out of that school, from Quincy Jones all the way to, our existing mayor, it was the heartbeat. It was like a home away from home. It was the ability to go to school and have Black teachers who stepped in as your other mother, your other father. The camaraderie, the athleticism, the activism. You have to think about the activism of that school. There's so much about that school that's so important. Being able to honor that bus stop that I sat in the 90s when I went to Garfield, is so important, and to shine light on that school and all the greatness that it has created and put out in the community. We chose the G because I was one of the marching 100, so I played the clarinet when I was in the marching band, and so we always had a big G on our chest. We also chose an image of the school itself because when you see it, you're in the Central District. There's also a beautiful poem that's there. It's the alma mater song, and so that's also in there. But I think the most powerful thing to me is to drive by and see that G. You just know you're home. Yeah, you know you're home.